Old guys.
All the games. So here we are, the end of Condemned.
My goodness.
Yeah. So for those of you out there, if you've watched this series from the beginning, all the way up till now, we only have this final episode left. And the only thing I saved for the last episode is the final boss has 3 different stages. In the last video, you saw the first and second stage, and then it ends right as the third stage begins. So we're going to go and take a look at that in a minute. Actually, we're going to kind of interweave it back and forth. That's the international symbol for interweaving. Yeah. And you'll see that here in a second, but we first wanted to give you some of our thoughts on this wonderful game.
I'll tell you what, we started this thing as kind of they were kind of playing a joke on me. It was kind of joking on Cawzy because I don't do so well with the scary jump out and scary games.
Yeah.
So they popped this one in. They said this will get Cawzy because there's lots of stuff that'll jump out and scare you. And I'm like, okay, I'll play your game. I'll do this. And we shut off all the lights. And it was creepy at first. And then it got very just goofy after that.
Well, it got very repetitive.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's exactly what I was going to say. It gets very repetitive. You start with, I don't even remember where you start off, the old abandoned office building.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the old abandoned subway. And then you go to the old abandoned school. And then you go to the old abandoned department store. And then you eventually make your way to the old abandoned farm.
The abandoned farm, yeah.
And it's like, what are we doing here? And it's the same bad guys over and over.
Sometimes you get the same bad guy, like, in the same zone. Like, you'll be in a room, and bad guy number, 122 comes through the door.
Yeah, exactly.
And you kill him, and then the next guy through, bad guy 123 is a carbon copy of 122. Right. It's like the same guy comes in, and that sucks, too.
And to me, the story even's, like, kind of convoluted. I mean, it's just like...
I'm not really sure what we were really supposed to do other than just whack dudes that came at us as we're going through.
I mean, the story itself wasn't even creepy. It doesn't even ever really get into why certain things are happening. Okay, so that part doesn't even creep you out. Really, the only thing that gets frightening in it is like the random one thing that jumps out every now and then.
And even after a while, I mean, you come to expect it. And something jumps out and you're like, oh, hey... What was it? Zap him and whack him. That's it. Oh, he jumped out. We're zapping him again.
So it got very repetitive, and it just became a chore to do.
So the icing on the cake of this shit sandwich, or whatever you want to call it, cake, of Condemned, is we get to the end, and the reason why I held the third chunk of this guy's battle is because it should have taken 5 minutes, right?
Right.
It took over an hour and a half for us collectively to beat this thing because we started streaming the game and we had, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to kill, and we figured we'd be able to knock out the game. We got to the end of the game and should have been able to finish it in about an hour and a half, but Condemned, as he was saying, you go through the abandoned building, the abandoned this, the abandoned that. Yeah. Well, I think the developers abandoned the game at the end because we got the glitch.
Yeah.
Well, it won't let you do this either.
No, I'm right by it. See?
Do it. Oh man. That's okay. You don't want that one anyway. See if you can find it'll let you have the light.
No, it won't let me pick anything.
That sucks. Until you kick him, and then when you retreat into that corner,
then he won't.
Fight.
No, not picking up.
Watch out. Yes. Now here's your chance for boots again. There it is. Get good with that run button. Run. This is like sissy fight. Kick and run.
It's like, what else am I supposed to do? I can't pick up any weapons.
Quit hitting us. We're busy kicking you, dude.
Quit hitting us.
Prolonging this, man.
Oh, I got like nothing left. He's gonna get me.
That's not the attitude.
Yep.
Look at his face. I actually looked it up on GameFAQs, and I try not to do that, especially when we're playing stuff we don't want to look.
But at that point, we were so frustrated. It was ridiculous. Because at first, I thought, we got up to that guy, and I see a health pack in front of me, right? I'm like, okay, as soon as I pick up this health pack, he's going to start attacking me.
Right.
I said, but I need it.
Yeah.
So I went up, I picked it up, he didn't attack.
Right, he just stands there.
Okay. I look over to my right in-game, look over to my left in-game, and there's a weapon there. I'm like, oh, okay, this will help.
Mm-hmm.
So I go over and I try to pick up the weapon, and you're supposed to hit the A button.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hitting the A button, nothing's happening. Okay, so I'm like, and actually, I first thought, okay, well, maybe they're doing this to make the last guy super challenging, like it's not allowing you to pick up a weapon because you're in the dreamland or whatever it was.
We were giving the game way too much credit because we got to the end and we didn't look up GameFAQs until we had beat our head against the wall for about a half an hour.
Right.
Right. And I look it up to find out that this glitch I'm talking about, you get to the final stage, there's one little thing of health, and there's two weapons there. The health you can pick up, but the glitch is that you can't pick up the weapons. Now, from what they said online and everything that I looked at, this doesn't happen to everybody, and it doesn't happen every time.
Right. Didn't your wife play this, and she had, like, the axe with her?
Yeah.
Like, she brought it with her at the end?
There, you can pick up an axe at, like, stage 2 of the final guy, and sometimes you still have the axe in your hand when you get to the third stage, and so that's super cool. Maybe the game thinks that we have something in our hand, and that's why it won't let us pick up any new weapons, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
So the other thing to mention there is she played this game years ago. This is an old 360 game, so she played this years ago on the actual 360. We're playing it on the Xbox One as a backward compatible game, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I think the glitch was happening even back on the 360.
I believe it was, and that's what kind of pisses me off about this, though, because it is a backwards compatible game.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the Xbox One. You'd think they'd have that stuff, that shit worked out.
If they never fixed it back in the day, it's not fixed now, and that's proof right there. So, like I said, you can't pick up a weapon. All you have is your boot. So we're sitting there, kicking this guy. Boom, boom. You see the foot going up. We're kicking him over and over again. He's not dying. All he does is kill us because we're kicking him.
And he kills you like in 3 or 4 hits.
Yeah, 3 or 4 hits. And, so I looked up this answer, and basically sometimes you get the glitch and sometimes you don't. We unfortunately got it. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to show you on this video, is sort of take you down memory lane of us starting off giving the game some credit, and then as you see, it starts to fail, things start to fail. I decided to bum rush him. That was way better. I'm telling you, 20's probably the one.
20's the magic number?
I think. That's my guess. 2 hits with a fire axe equals 10 kicks each swing. Alright? Get him in the corner again. 5. That's not gonna do it. I'm dead. 6. 7. 8. Yeah, I got lucky. I got him.
Yeah, you gotta pin him in the corner.
We gotta pin him in the corner. Okay, let's do that. So I need to do this first. Stupid health. I want him down here. Come and get me. Piece of junk.
I'm gonna strafe over to the side.
That's where I'm heading this way, so that this way I can take him this way.
There you go.
1, 2. Forward. That was okay. I got hit a couple times too many there at the beginning, but
all right, dude.
That's where we're getting the most kicks. Fail. Eventually, it got so late at night he had to go home because he has to get up earlier than I do for work. I wasn't even counting. All right, everybody, listen. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Watch my wall.
Have a good night. Yeah.
And I sat here
Real
beat my
life.
head against the wall for another hour until just luckily out of the blue.
What was the most you ever kicked him?
I started...
Weren't you like keeping
Yeah,
count
I started
at some
verbally
point?
counting kicks as I would go. I'm like, 1, 2, 3. I got up to 31 kicks on this dude without him being dead.
Oh, God.
And then he killed me.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 kicks, 31. That was 31 kicks. 31 kicks. Not dead. He looked weak for a second. 31 kicks. That's not enough.
And then I got mad. I gave up. I mean, look.
Oh, jeez. Well, you know, I tried a few more times after that. 31 kicks. 31. 31. Isn't that how many flavors Baskin Robbins has? 31.
I actually gave up at one point and was like, that's it, guys. I can't do it. And then I tried one more time. He hit me a couple times. I got mad. And I guess you can aim the kicks up and down. I aimed a little bit up, and I got lucky because I hit him in the face like 5 times with a kick. Right in the face. And he went down. And I was so shocked. So here's that final ending. And then I'll roll some of my reaction and the actual end of the game for you here.
You know, I'm going to try this one more time, then I got one other thing I'm going to try. Maybe. I don't care. Wait. Really? Really? Oh, I want to see this guy die. So there it is. Wow.
Welcome.
It didn't take 31 kicks. It just took a bunch of kicks to the face.
Welcome. I can never go back, can I?
No, not to the Bureau, not to your old life. Thomas, you have looked into the face of hate, the visage of evil. Know that hate is in your soul, too. It is, sadly, everywhere. Mastering one's fear and controlling one's hatred is perhaps the most difficult thing one can do.
Well, at least it's over. It's dead, and the killings will
Yeah.
stop. Stop the car.
No, you still don't understand. He's done unspeakable things, even though those he killed were killers themselves. But he isn't responsible. He's not in his right mind. He's...
Stop the goddamn car now! Open the trunk.
Thomas, don't! He was a good boy. We were all good people. We were able to fight it back, most of us. My nephew was not as strong. He fell victim and destroyed so many things. We fought to save him. I must continue to do so.
I don't care whether the sick fuck is in his right mind or not.
Think of what you are doing. Both of you have a chance for redemption.
Redemption! Listen, old man, you used me just like he did. You used me to save your precious nephew, a serial killer. You're no better than he is.
Oh, I've got to. Oh man, it took too long. Compassion. Oh, good. I really wanted to shoot him, but at least I got to see him shoot himself. That was nice. Guess I could always go back and load the save and shoot him. Get the other achievement.
You really know how to impress a lady, Thomas.
Around here, people keep to themselves.
Why the lay low routine?
I've been cleared of the murders, but my suspension has got me thinking. I guess I don't know who to trust anymore.
Yeah, tough break. Man, you look like crap.
Yeah, I've been better. You said you found something interesting?
Yes, very odd. A cult seems to be behind all this. We can tie them to the deaths of the serial killers investigated by your department.
A cult? The man responsible was
A cult,
Leland
you
Van
say?
Horn.
Yes, I know. He manipulated both you and us. But where is he? We have no Leland Van Horn in custody.
Look, I explained all of this in my deposition to the Bureau.
But a lot of unanswered questions remain, Thomas. Which brings me to why I'm here. Maybe we could make better sense of all this if a few more were found, but under the circumstances, you did well. Anyway, the results suggest a group may be behind all this, and lots of other criminal activity around the city. Do you know anything about this? Who these people are? Are you affiliated with them in any way?
Rosa, can I trust you?
I think you can.
Of course you can trust me, Thomas. We've been through a lot together.
Look, I have no idea what any of it means. Something weird, something unexplainable happened during my investigation, but truthfully, the questions you ask, I can't answer. I'm sorry, Rosa.
I'm sorry too, Thomas. I really am. Take care of yourself.
Okay. Come on, Thomas. Was that a puke or his face? Really? Yay! And there you have it. Crazy, right?
So there. We did it. We made it to the end. Condemned. Criminal Origins.
And I'll say we're not doing that again.
We're not doing that again.
No more.
We're going to continue to do streams, so keep an eye out on the channel for streams.
Oh, yeah.
But instead of like bogging ourselves down with games that could potentially turn into a shit show like Condemned, we're going to just pick. I got a ton of games. That's why I call this Dad's Games. These are my games. I'm the dad, Chad the Gaming Dad, and these are my games. So here on Dad's Games, we're going to just start picking stuff that we think is fun. That's where you'll see the streams on games that are fun. And then after we stream them, we'll cut out all the cool bits and put them up as kind of like a highlight video.
Yeah.
Now, if we come across a game that warrants playing through the whole thing, we're not opposed to that. But don't expect us to completely walk through every game we play anymore, because that was actually Agony City, as Bob Ross says, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it just got so tedious, and, you know...
I'm glad we did it.
Honestly, just fuck that game. Fuck that game.
Yeah.
Out of here.
So here we go. Our review for Condemned Criminal Origins is...
Fuck that game.
All right, everybody. So with that, remember, till next time, you never outgrow video games. My name's Chad the Gaming Dad. This is Dad's Games. This is Cawzy. And we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody.
Have a good one.
Thanks again for watching. If you liked that video, please press like and subscribe. I love hearing from you guys, so leave your comments and any suggestions down below. Remember, there's tons of other gamers out there just like you and me, and they also know that you never outgrow video games. Feel free to share these videos all over social media, Twitter, Facebook, or whatever you use. This channel is for all of us. Let's make sure they know that they are not alone. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.